Jerry.
Thanks very much, Cathaoirleach. I'd like to propose an amendment to the order of business, the wording of which I'll deal with towards the end of my contribution, if that's okay. It'll involve the Minister for Health coming to the House. Leader, you remember that in February we raised our concerns at this side of the House about speculation and rumours which suggested that there was a report in circulation privately within the HSE which sought to dismantle the maternity services in the West North West hospital grouping. It was my information at the time that a consultancy firm known as the Health Partnership had prepared such a report for the HSE authorities, and I also expressed my concern that it considered options which included the closure of a number of maternity units, obstetrically led maternity units throughout the country. At the time I had a motion on the adjournment, and myself and Minister Riley had a robust exchange in which he wanted to talk about the past, but I want to talk about the future, the context of services. It has now taken me some time to secure a copy of this report marked strictly confidential, which was in fact prepared by the Health Partnership, is in the hands of the HSE, and who knows, what does it propose? It does propose to dismantle the obstetrically led services, maternity services in the West North West hospital grouping. Now I note today in the Irish Times, and yesterday indeed the Taoiseach in Sligo, vowed how there was no threat whatsoever, that all of these things would be decided in the future, and there was nothing to worry about. Now, frankly, as the people indeed of Roscommon and Sligo and indeed other counties know only too well, such a word is not so good, and you can understand the concerns of people in that area when the Taoiseach and others, indeed Mr Canavan, the operations chief operating officer of the West North West Hospital Group, said all these things are a matter for consideration, that no decisions are made. But yet, on the night, on the 19th of February, when we had the Minister here, he used the sentence that when considering this issue, the government would have concerns to national concerns, not local concerns. So that was a bit different to the Taoiseach's rhetoric on the news yesterday, and indeed different to Mr Canavan's talk today in the Irish Times. I'd say Senator Mullins in particular will be interested to know that this is the report that when asked on the 19th of February about its existence, the HSE initially said it didn't exist. Later the same morning to a news agency they did confirm that it did. Now I just want to read two small extracts from this. One is option 4. Galway, main hub, retain one satellite at Letterkenny. This one's for you, Senator Mullins. Close Portunkela, close Mayo, close Sligo, merge with Galway and others, Mullingar and Portlaoise in brackets. Develop a midwife-led antenatal and postnatal clinic on hospital campuses. So what that means is that a midwife will look after your care, and God knows no better people to be capable of doing an exceptionally good job in that regard. And that's all fine until something goes wrong. So like my sister-in-law, for example, who had 2 sections that only emerged in a matter of minutes. She must have a section. What is the plan for the pregnant mothers in a delivery suite in Sligo when that happens? Is an air ambulance going to swoop in, or will it be Star Trek technology and we'll be able to beam her to a centre, according to this proposal, in either Letterkenny or Sligo? I'd say that'll be comforting for somebody in Gertrude County Sligo, or somebody in Glencolmkill. Or indeed, perhaps in the other one, option 5, which considers no satellites at all. Just a centre in Galway and midwife-led services throughout the country. And again, I want to reiterate our belief and confidence in the midwifery of this country. But the people of the West North West Hospital Group area have an entitlement to the equivalent safe services as other parts of the country, and they are entitled to obstetrician consultant-led services. Now, I think it is reprehensible discrimination for the government in the first instance to be considering this, but in the second instance to be so cynical as to try and keep this report secret until after the election on Thursday and Friday week. Cynical. So we will have a vote today and see if Minister Riley wants to come in and debate the report that doesn't exist. that says to Senator Mullins, who was on his own radio, saying there was nothing to worry about yesterday,
Senator,
let's close Port Let's
amendment?
close Sligo. So let's have that
Senator
debate
McSherry.
this afternoon.
Senator McSherry.